Record. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to class today. We are going to be working with weights today. So if you happen to have some weights, please go ahead and grab them. If you don't have weights, don't worry about it. And a lot of this class can be done from a chair. So if you are seated in a chair instead of on your mat, just sit in the chair, have the weights handy. So with that, let's go ahead and get ourselves comfortable, maybe move the flesh out from the sit bones to find a really solid grounding. I've been reading something at the beginning of class for a few weeks now and wanted to read from a different book that I was fortunate enough to find up here. And it is Mary Oliver, who is a brilliant poet, one of my favorites. And this is her book called Devotions. So it's a whole bunch of poems. And I was looking through this morning and found one that spoke to me and hopefully will speak to you. So with that, go ahead and just find your center, maybe close your eyes, maybe start to tap into the simplicity of your inhale and your exhale and allow the breath to settle you. And this poem of Mary Oliver's is called Don't Hesitate. If you suddenly and unexpectedly feel joy, don't hesitate. Give in to it. There are plenty of lives and whole towns destroyed or about to be. We are not wise and not very often kind, and so much can never be redeemed. Still, life has some possibility left. Perhaps this is its way of fighting back, that sometimes something happens better than all the riches or power in the world. It could be anything, but very likely you notice it in the instant where love begins. Anyway, that's often the case. Anyway, whatever it is, don't be afraid of its plenty. Joy is not made to be a crumb. So with that, let's take each hand to our hearts and just holding one hand at the heart and then the other on top of that, taking a nice deep breath, filling your lungs. And exhale, let it all go. And again, nice deep inhale. And exhale, let go. Good. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. And then open the eyes. Inhale, let the arms come up. Exhale them right to your heart. And as you move them through the heart, just bring them down until the palms start to separate. And then interlace the fingers and press them out. Bring them back in, press them down as they start to separate, and then reach them all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Good. Just two more like that. Inhale. Exhale down. Let the palms start to separate. See where you can go for you, for your wrists, and then maybe interlace the other way. Press them out. Stretch the arms long, stretch the wrists, stretch the fingers. Press them in, reach them up, and exhale down. Last one, take it up. Exhale down to your heart. Let it go a little bit lower. Separate, stretch through the wrists, interlace the fingers, press them out really nice and long here. Stretch the fingers, and even if your pinkies and thumbs are not in the lace, see if you can stretch them back. And then reach up, nice stretch through the arms, the shoulders. Good, take those hands together, bring them back down, and let it all go. Shake it out, everybody. Good, and then let's separate the legs a little bit, come into Janu Sirsasana, one side. If you're on blanket or off, just make sure that you feel evenly seated. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, nice swan dive here. Whew, start to feel that stretch of the hamstrings. Let the hands come down isometrically. Dig your fingers into your mat or into the floor in front of you and draw those fingers back. Draw the elbows back. Draw the shoulder blades back. Good. Find that nice stretch. Just doing a little bit of a warm up here before we pick up our weights. And then start to notice maybe if you wiggle just a little bit as we stretch through the hamstring on this side. And notice maybe where you feel the stretch. Be mindful of hyperextending the knee, that straight legs knee, right? And no, of course, I didn't say it, but a block under this knee if it's high, or moving that foot out. And then maybe you wiggle a little bit further forward. And sometimes I really think sometimes when I wiggle, it's like the body lets go of its guard a little bit. Like if I was just stagnant and trying to move forward and the hamstring's not ready, I feel the muscle go, no, no, not ready yet. But if I wiggle, it's like, yeah, it's okay. I'll be gentle. And then all of a sudden, I can find a little bit more room as the muscle relaxes and lets go of those protective mechanisms that keep it from injury. Good. And then press into your hands, lift all the way up. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale through the heart, let the palms separate just a little bit, stretching through the wrists. Interlace the fingers, press out. Inhale up. Good. Take those palms back together and exhale all the way down. Nice job, everybody. Switch sides. Taking the other leg out. Maybe you try the wiggle maneuver on this side. Finding that nice solid Janu Sirsasana, the single leg forward fold. Inhale, take it up. As you exhale, little baby swan dive here, you'll feel that first initial stretch, right, of the hamstring. And then let the hands come down isometrically. We draw the hands back, right, the fingertips back. And over the last two classes, we've been talking about trying to integrate the back of the body and the front of the body. So I'm actually taking the rounding out of the back and drawing it forward, but at the same time, I'm moving the front of the body back toward the center as well. So I'm not leading with my head, all that stuff you already know. And then I might try that wiggle maneuver again. That's going to be a thing, right? Mary's wiggle maneuver. and just start to see where it's almost like, where is the stuck? Where's the stuck pattern? Where is which hamstring is the tightest? Is it the medial hamstring, the middle one, or the outer one, all of which go up to the sit bones, that's creating the resistance? And can I be patient and can I just go, yeah, it's okay. Let's see where we can go. Deep breath, everybody. And then press into your hands, lift up, take the arms up, exhale down to your heart, let the hands go a little bit further, interlace the other way, press it out, take the arms up, stretch through those shoulders, hands come together and release, shake it out, take that leg up, woo, and circle through your ankles. Good. Stretch them out a couple points and flexes. And then find yourself in the seat that you would like to be in for a little bit and grab one of your blocks. So again, if you'd rather be up on a chair, that's awesome. This kind of work with a chair is great. Otherwise, take one. You can even take both, but I think one will be sufficient. Take one block and grab one of your weights. So today I have 2 pounds, 4 pounds, and 8 pounders that we're going to play with, and trust your body. So whatever feels good. We're going to do a little bit of forearm work. This is compliments of my friend Martin out there from years ago. But I find it really helpful, and I'll just turn to the side a little bit. So I have my whole forearm supported on the block. And when I look at my wrist, I have my wrist completely straight. Okay, so in other words, it's not dropping down. We will do that. If you have a 4-pounder or 3-pounder and it feels too heavy, drop the weight completely or go down to a lighter weight. So with that wrist straight, I already want you to see that the forearm, the inner forearm muscles are working, right? They're contracting. From here, keep your arm on the block and curl. So there's going to be 5 of these. 1, 2, 3. Look at your wrist. Don't let it drop. 4 and 5, and then hold. And then allow the wrist to drop again. Please be mindful. The weight gets heavy in the cup of the fingers, and then just up to that straight wrist again. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Good. Pause. And then we're going to combine those 2 moves. So I'm going to curl it in on purpose. Curl in, feel the muscles work. Slowly descend all the way down. So we're stretching and then curl it up. Good. That's 2 and down. So slow work. 3 and down, right? If we go fast, we will miss it. Down and 5, I think, and down and pause. Same arm, I want you to scoot the block so that your elbow is on your mat. The rest, you keep that elbow on the mat. Your form, by the way, should be good, right? If it hurts to lean like that or your legs are getting crampy, just come up a little bit. In fact, that's a great idea. If you got both blocks, let's just sit up a little bit higher. Elbow on your block, and I want you to curl in and then down slowly. Now, when you come down, don't let the wrist drop. Good. And 2, down, 3, and down. Good. 4, 5. We're going to do bicep curls till the cows come home. So this one is easy. 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10. Good. And release. Good. Last thing on this arm, and I hope I remember everything we've done on one side. You're holding that weight. It's your palm is face up. Turn until your palm is facing in. Turn down. Try to keep the wrist from dropping. Turn it to the side. Turn it up. 4 more. Side, down, side, up. That's 2. Down, or down, side, and up. Side, down, side, up. We got 1 more. Side, down, side, up. Turn that hand all the way down and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let go. Just set that weight down and shake that out. So I was reading a great article this morning in The Guardian about grip strength, right? There's been a lot in the news about that, about how grip strength can be an indicator of health or vitality as we get older. And if our grip strength starts to get weak, it can be an indicator of other things. And when our grip strength is strong, right, it gets us through all kinds of activities in life. So let's go to the other side. I just want you to hold that straight. And if you got to straighten out and change the legs, please do that. So notice just holding the weight that this part of that arm is contracting already. So keep the wrist straight, forearm on your blocks, and curl for 5. 1, 2. It's hard not to drop it. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Hold. And then you're going to let that wrist drop. Hold and just to neutral. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And then full motion all the way up. Good. All the way down for 10, I think. 2, 3. Maybe my left side needs a little more work. 4 and 5. Please control your descent. 6 7. Yep, I'm feeling it on this side. They often say your dominant arm is stronger. 8, 9, one more. 10, hold. Slide the blocks closer so that or move your elbow further out so your elbow is on your blocks. And let's curl for 10, but it's slow, everybody, especially the descent. And 2. And 3. Try not to let the wrist curl down when you lower the arm. 4. Squeeze it in. 5. And 6. And 7. 8. Yep. And 9. Good. One more. 10. Hold here. And then 4, 5. We're turning it to the side. Turning it down. That's the hardest one. Sorry, move your forearm back onto the block, okay? And side and up, side, down, side, up. That's 2, side, down, side, 3, side, down, side, 4, side, down, side, 5, and then turn it all the way down and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Nice job, everybody. Whoo, shake, shake, shake that out. I want you to take both hands together, interlace and press, lift them up. Take the hands together and then slide them all the way back down. Shake that out. Nice job, everyone. Take your, now I think we're going to come up because that's long enough to sit. So let's come to table pose to start. Use your blanket. If you would like to cushion your knees, have your blocks up toward the front of your mat. Ideally, your weights are up toward the front of your mat as well. And come to a nice table pose. Spread the fingers. Now, I know a lot of us have wrist things going on. You can come to a soft fist here. And I actually like this from a wrist strength standpoint. If we curl the fingers and press the knuckles into the mat with the wrists straight, right? So then we're building some wrist strength again, as long as they don't collapse. So maybe you start with it like that and see how that feels for a little bit. Press your right leg back, lift that leg, find your breath. And then take that knee into chest and press it out. 1 and in, yep, and stretch. Bring it in, 3 and 4. Good, just one more right here. Stretch and then see if you can step that leg forward. Release those hands, grab your blocks and breathe. See, I find that hard on the knuckles after a while, staying that way. I'm much more comfortable with a flat hand. Coming into your first lunge, feeling that tone in through the belly, squeeze that left side glute, and then press fingertips into blocks and press yourself out. So again, working with strength in the wrists, strength in the fingers, just push into those blocks and feel yourself get taller. And then pull in through the belly as you release those hands and take them up. And breathe. Imagine you're holding a beach ball between those arms. Engage the upper shoulders. Exhale all the way down. Good. Just simply slide that right leg back. Stay in table pose. Maybe move the blocks out of the way. Play with your hands, flat hands or fists. Pull in through the belly. Left leg goes out. And lift the leg. Good. When you're ready, exhale as you bring that knee in and then release it out. And for 2 and 3. Warming up, everyone. And 4. Good. Last one. Squeeze and out and step that foot forward. Grab the blocks again. Place your fingertips on those blocks. Think of a little spider. So if you look at your fingers and they're kind of flat or hyper extending through those knuckles, See if you can round them out so that they're not hyperextending. And then push your fingertips into the block. Rest of your body is in alignment. The rest of your body is feeling really steady here. Tone in through the belly. Release those arms. Take them up. Find your breath. And as you exhale this time, the hands go behind you, interlace, press it back. Maybe the palms touch. Maybe they're separate, depends on your shoulders. Opening up the chest. Breathe, maybe a little back bend here. And then release. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands down to your blocks. Slide your left leg back. Move your blocks out of the way. Plant your hands. Flip your toes under. Find plank pose. So strength class today, right? Muscle building, body building, grip strengthening class. So feel your arms, right? Feel how you can lift out of those arms and find that strength. You're looking at the hands, the inner elbows face your thumbs, and downward facing dog, everybody. Woo, good job. Once you're in down dog, let's just pedal it out. Now, you know, as you do this class, what you do, how you do it, is ultimately up to you. So please don't overtax your body. And then find your down dog and do that wiggle thing again, right? So maybe the hips wiggle from side to side, and you feel a lengthening of side body. And you feel maybe an opening, a supported opening of the shoulders. Breathe. And then you wiggle into that stiller place, that still spot where you feel solid in your pose, and breathe. And then walk your hands back on purpose, all the way back. Take the feet wider on your mat, bend your knees, take your hands to knees, lift your head and stand up. Good, nice job. And take that blanket out of the way for now. So I've been starting to say that lift your head thing because what I'm finding is no matter how many times I ask students to not round up, they don't seem to hear some of that. And so now I'm going, if I lift my head, I'm already halfway there to lift through that forward fold in a more neutral supported way. Lift your head. All right. So let's grab our medium weights, low to medium. So 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pound, or 4 pounds. And come into a wide leg squat. I know already the squats, right? Squat up to you. If you get tired, then come on out of the squat, just stand tall. So here we are. Again, do that wiggle thing. Kind of slide into your squat. See if you can get those hips back in space. You don't have to be super wide here, but then you're just going to let the weights hang out on your legs. And maybe you come down a little bit lower. So opposite heels, you're going to lift 1, lower, 2, lower, again on purpose. So I'm lifting with thought and I'm lowering with thought. I'm not just dropping. 5, good, and 6, and 7. Sometimes we just got to shake off the dust, right? We've got to shake it off and move our bodies. Good, last set here, right here. And breathe, and then just stand up. Squeeze your glutes, and then come on back down. One arm only. You're going to take it with your palm faced in. The other one is just going to rest. If what you picked up is too heavy, drop it down, okay? We're going to take it up to the shoulder and down. So 1 and 2. Yep. 3, 4, 5, and hold. Option 1, that's enough for you. Option 2, 5 more of what we just did. Option 3, controlled all the way up, all the way down, relatively straight arm. So 5 more. 1, and I mean slow. 2, breathe. 3, and 4. Come on. You can stop halfway. And 5. And weight goes back to your legs. Stand up, squeeze your hips, glutes. Come on back down. Do a little wiggle. Do a little wiggle maneuver. Okay, here we go. Other side. Shoulders back. Arm is straight, just to the shoulder for 5. So that's 1. And you can look straight ahead, 2. And 3. Slow it on the way down. 4. And 5. And then your choice, same thing, or all the way up. 1. Slow on the way down. And 2. That's it. And 3. Big deep breath. And 4. And 5. You got this, everybody. Down, stand up, give your hips a little squeeze, reset, setting everything. Feel your hands, feel your grip. Good. Come on down. We're almost there. We're almost there from this set. Knees are out, remember, hips are back. Good. So what we're going to do is single arm straight out to the side, no higher than the shoulder, and down. Just 5, 2, 3, come on, 4, and 5. Take it down, other side. 1, side deltoid work. 2, and 3, and 4. You got this. And 5, and down. Roll the shoulders back, both arms for 5. 1, and down. 2. Woo! Feel those legs. 3, 4, and 5. And stand up. Woo! And step it together. Nice job, everybody. Good. Just shake, shake, shake it out. Hang on to those weights if you want. Know you can always drop the weights, okay? It's perfectly okay. So from mountain pose, and here's another interesting thing. So depending on what kind of weight you have, if you can, take them both in one hand or grab a second weight or grab your higher weights and just feel that. So I just want to come back to grip strength for a little bit and notice how this feels as you hold on to the weights. And think about everything you do in daily life that requires you to hold on to something, okay? Whether it's your tennis racket or the groceries or pulling something to you or pushing something away, grip strength. Good. So switch sides. Just hold on to both of your weights on one side. And often, and what I'll do when I'm working with weights is I'll take heavier weights and I just walk around with those heavier weights and work on my grip strength. So something really cool you can do in your spare time. Good. Breathe. Just hold on. Just feel it, right? Feel what that is doing. Good. And then take one weight in both hands. So back to the front of your mat, nice mountain pose. I want you to take both weights to your thighs and then step back, nice big step with one foot. I've got my right foot back. I'm going to take the bent knee weight and just put it above my knee. That's just for support. And I want to feel the weight move into my heel of my front foot. The other one curls in, lean forward a little bit, square your hips, and press straight back. Now, what you don't want is the elbow to swing. You want a straight arm at the extension of the pose. Breathe. 4, 5, tricep work. 6, 7, 8, 9. I want you to hold number 10. So hold, feel the back of that arm working, feel the tricep. Whoo. Breathe and give me a pulse for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, whoo, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just curl in. So if you want to stretch that tricep, you contract the bicep. Breathe. Same arm. Optional here, please be mindful. Hand goes to your shoulder and you're going to punch out. 1, bring it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 more. 6, 7, come on. Last one. 10, and then lower it down. Good job. Step forward. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So you have full control of your class here. If you get tired even halfway through and you want to drop that weight, just drop the weight. It's all good, everybody. Back to the front of your mat. Bend the knees. Keep the weight on. For me, it's going to be right leg straight or forward, left leg back. You're in a lunge or you can drop that foot. Either one is okay with me. Roll the shoulders and then feel the weight move back, your body weight move back a little bit so that you're more in the heel of your front foot. Belly is toned, hips are even. The leg that is back, it's that side arm. Lean forward slightly and then stretch back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9. Feel that tricep. 10. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! And little baby curl. Good. And again, optional, especially with the weight. I start with my palm in. I press out to palm down. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Don't overreach. 4, 5. Come on. 6 and 7. Woo. And 9 and 10. And let go. Stand up, everybody. Just shake all that out. Well done. And then hold the weights forward with your palms forward and just curl your wrists. Curl. 3, 4. Yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Go ahead and drop your weight for now. And curl your fingers. So, right, a whole hour, we haven't done an hour yet, but all this time just holding weights, and you feel that grip strength and the fingers and all of that. So come on back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. You can use your blocks here and breathe. Do that little wiggle maneuver. I just made that up, by the way, and it is not part of my lexicon. So, but it seems to be bringing me a little joy right now. Bend your knees, step back with your right foot. Find a nice solid lunge. Press your fingers into your mat or into your blocks. Draw the shoulders down. Press and really press into your mat to your level. And then see if you can bypass your knee to come up to high lunge. So bring the hands in, press them out, find your breath. On your exhale, the hands come behind you and you interlace and press down. Find your lunge, everybody. Some of you are going to be able to drop in just a little bit more parallel front thigh to work the legs a little bit more. Please don't push it. Breathe. Release the arms. Inhale it up. Exhale, hands down to your mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Find your breath. From down dog to plank. Breathe. Remember what we talked about. Press out of your pose. Tone in through the belly. Fire up your legs. Breathe. Good. Downward facing dog, everyone. You got it. Look forward. Step forward, right leg. Find your lunge again. Press your fingertips into your mat. Big deep breath. See if you can bypass the knee. Take the arms up. Find that solid lunge. See for you if you want to go just a little deeper. You got it. Good. Take those hands together. Press down through the heart. Interlace, press out. Breathe. Take them up. Find that. Try to press the palms up toward the ceiling. Exhale down all the way to the floor. Step back to down dog. Breathe. To plank. Again, breathe. Lower your knees this time. Come on down through chaturanga, which on me was a pretty sad one just now. And onto your bellies and come into Sphinx pose. I'm just trying to move my weights out of the way a little bit. Come up to Sphinx pose. Find your breath. And then wiggle side to side. Just a little. Maybe you feel a stretch in your belly. Find your breath. And then come back to center. Walk the elbows forward. We've done this many times before. Walk the elbows forward a little bit. Now, curl your tailbone so that you're not sitting in your lower back. And for my darlings out there that do have low back stuff, I would put a blanket underneath the hips to decrease the arch of the lower back. You know who you are. Press your hands into your mat, lift your elbows, and breathe. All right, lower, tap down for 10, 10, 9, 8. Straight arms on the way up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. Lower those down, and then take your arms, your hands out at a diagonal. Press down, lift up for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze them on the top. 2, and 1. Hold. Breathe. Lower down. Bring the hands and the elbows much closer to each other. Right? So not your normal Sphinx. Mine are not touching, but if I spread my thumbs, they would touch each other. Press into your hands, lift up. Last set, I promise. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep the elbows in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come on down, everybody. Holy moly. Such a simple thing. So simple. And effective and challenging. Take a deep breath and let it out. Good. One more big deep breath and let it go. And while we're here, let's go ahead and lift one leg and give me a little pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Other side, lift the leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Press into your hands And press back to child's pose just for a moment, right? Let's just stretch that out. I've even got my toes curled under. I don't want to go into a full child's pose. Just want to stretch out what we just did. And then table pose. It's a downward facing dog. Feet go wide on your mat. Shake out those hips. Get long in the torso. And then walk those hands all the way back. Good. Bend your knees. Look up and stand up. And here we are again. All right. So, depending on what weights you have, excuse me, grab your, reasonably speaking, the heaviest weight that you happen to have with you. Or if your weights are really light, you can probably grab both of them. I have an 8-pound here. That is not too heavy, probably for most of you, but you'll decide. So you're going to take your legs a little bit wider. Goodness. And you're going to hold this like, I forget what they I think that the trainer I used one time called this like a goblet hold. So I'm pressing my wrists or the heels of my hands around the base of my weight. And then your fingers can either be out or they can hold on gently at the top. And I'm going to find my first squat for me. It can be hips width, it can be wider for any reason that you want. It can go super wide, but I'm going to start just a little bit more than hips width apart. The thing about this hold is to help you try to keep your chest up so that when you squat, you don't lean forward. So I have the top part of my weight resting pretty much on my chest, okay? So here we go. When you're ready, inhale, exhale. There's 1. And 2, yep. 3, watch your knees, everybody. 4, 5, you don't have to go this low. 6, 7, come on. 8, 9, and 10, and stand up. Good job. Shake it out. Whichever distance you chose, go either wider or more narrow, okay? We're doing 3 sets, so you'll have lots of choices. Please watch the knees. If your knees are cranky, just go a little bit here, like more of a pulse than a squat. All right, 10 of them here. Keep the chest tall. 1 and 2. When you come up, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got it. And 10. If you went wide, step the legs together. Shake it out. If you're up for it, the feet are now hips width apart. Last set. Holding on to that little goblet, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I dare you to smile. 4. You don't have to. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Well done, everybody. Go ahead and just set your weight down. Grab a sip of water if you need it. For me, I'm just going to catch my breath. That's it. And notice how you feel, right? So all of this doable, all of this like kind of, oh yeah, right? Now, it's not my ideal yoga and work and weights, but it's pretty effective if you want to just change it up a little bit. All right, grab your 2 weights For bicep curls. I have 8 pounds. Have whatever makes sense to you, right? You never want to push beyond where you're at for the day. Trust yourself. You know where you are right now. Good day, bad day, all that stuff. And then find just kind of a nice distance with your feet. We're going to keep this one standing upright. Roll the shoulders back. Single arm to start. So it is concentrated, and my elbow is not swinging. You see that? I've got my elbow pretty much locked at the side of my waist, and it's not swinging anywhere. Good. That's 5. Lower it down slow. Other side. 1. Squeeze. 2. Don't swing the elbow. 3. You can do this without any weight. 4. And 5. Whew. Both arms. Keep them tight. 1. Don't rush on the way down. It's a eccentric curl when you slow it down. Good. 2 more. Squeeze. Last one. Squeeze. And let go. And then just hold on to the weights and maybe walk around a little bit and notice. I think my neighbor said these are called fisherman carries, but I'm not sure if that's right. But just hang on to them, right? And see how that feels in your hands. All right, come on back, everybody. Same distance, you can go wide. If you want a little more work for the legs, bless you, and get a good pose. If you want to bring the legs back in, the arms are here now. We're going to do this in series. So take it all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, all the way down, halfway up and down, all the way up, halfway, all the way up, all the way down, halfway up. Whoo. Here we go. We got 3 left. All the way up, halfway, all the way up, all the way down, halfway up, all the way down. 2 more. Up, halfway, up, all the way down, up halfway, down, all the way up, all the way down. Last set. Here we go. 1, halfway, up and down, up halfway, down, all the way up. Count it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stand up and just walk around. Now, some of you I know too have some arthritis and things in the hands. So again, be mindful. If the hands really hurt afterwards, what can really be nice is contrast bath. So hot water, cold water to bring more blood circulation into the hands. All right. Whew. Roll it out, everybody. And stand tall. Like find your mountain pose with the weights in your hands. And feel the grounding of the feet. Feel the solidity, right, of the feet, of your stance, not locking out your knees, rolling your shoulders back, and breathe. Shift into one leg, peel the other foot off, and lift. The weights are going to serve as a balance for you. This may not be as hard as you think it would be. Find your still point, press into your standing leg. Breathe. Only if you want, extend out. Keep the chest tall. The leg doesn't have to be really high here. 5, 4, stand tall. 3, 2, 1, bend the knee and lower it down. Same thing, other side, which really wouldn't be the same thing, but you know what I mean. All right, switching into your other leg, level out the weights, pull the shoulders back, lean in, peel the other foot, and lift. Just find your steadiness here. Find your solid base, your solid foundation, that inner core that can handle all the rocking that the world's got going on right now. And then straighten the leg any amount. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend and lower. Shake it out. Go ahead and drop those weights, everybody. Gently drop those weights. And then take those lovely fingers, squeeze, extend, squeeze, extend. Good. Squeeze, extend. Last one. Squeeze, extend. Take the arms out, turn the palms up, curl your fingers, curl your wrists. Curl them in for Popeye arms. I don't know why I call them that, but I always have. Press the knuckles down toward the shoulders, and then keep the wrists curled as you unfurl the arms, wrists, fingers, turn them down, let them go, shake them out. And then just one big arm circle to start. And the other side. That feels good. And let it go. Come on up to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come on down. Once you're ready, step back to downward facing dog. Woo. Wiggle yourself in place. Maybe you feel that down dog longer and sweeter and more open than it was the first time. Inhale to your tippy toes, lower down to your knees, and come to a seat. If you can just crisscross ankles and roll back. But again, I know that doesn't work for everyone. And then you're going to grab one weight. That might be too heavy. I think I'll go for 4s. I think the 8s might be too much. If you don't want to use a weight, grab a block. Grab a block. And then start with heels down, dig in, holding on to the one weight. Now I'm trying to decide 8 pound, 4 pound. Let me start with the 8. Because I'm tough. All right, you got the weight here, everybody. Lift and think about kind of like that goblet pose, but don't hold it that way. Just hold the weight steady. But think about that weight, keeping your chest nice and lifted, and then lean back just a little. And take it up. Exhale. And up. Try not to collapse through the chest. 3. And up. Dig into the heels. 4. And up. 5. Woo. And up. Good job. All right. Dig into the heels. Hold that weight side to side. Elbows down. Shoulders down. Lean back. Here we go. So 1, 2. Be super mindful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back to center. Roll the shoulders back, lean back. See if you can lift your heels, cross your ankles. Woo! And breathe. Just hold your weight. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Set that weight down. Open up your shoulders. Dig the heels in. Hands very loosely. I'm barely touching fingers behind my head. Lean back, elbow to opposite knee. Here we go. 1, switch. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, stay with me. 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause. 5 on one side, the same elbow, same knee, all at once, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Other side. 1, 2. Come on. 3, 4, 5, pause, let go, lean forward, and drape over those legs. Find your breath. Good, last one here, just simple boat pose, roll the shoulders, take the legs up. You can cross ankles, you can straighten legs, you can leave them bent. Find that, find it, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Oh, good job, everyone. So, have your heavier weights, I believe that would be fine, at your sides. The hardest part, we're going to do just a little bit of chest work before we call it a day. So the hardest part really is just safely bringing those weights to you once you're laying down. So come on down. And pause here for a second. And then again, choose the weight that makes sense for you. Take those weights up to the ceiling. My palms are facing up, okay? The weights are above me. The shoulders drop down to the floor. And all you're gonna do here is bring your elbows to the floor and push them back up and down. Now, one of the keys to this is if you could draw a line from the center of your chest up to the weights. In other words, if I hold them up here, I don't want them over my nose, the weights over my nose or my eyes. I want them right about the center line of my chest. Here we go. So 10, 9, 8, squeeze them up top. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just bring the elbows to the floor. Hold your weight. Option 1, 10 more of those. Option 2, bring the legs up. Watch your back. Don't flatten it, but don't over round it. Flex your feet. So we've added some core into this. I've moved my knees away just enough to engage the belly, and 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come on, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Hold the legs if you want. We only have one more set. Here's what we're going to do. When we bring the weights to the center, instead of touching the end, we're going to turn them in. Keep the elbows soft. Okay, so here we go. Last set, I promise. 1, 2, squeeze the chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Let one of those weights down. Leave the other weight on your belly if it's okay. Goodness gracious. You know, if you've been missing going to the gym after today's class, you're not going to miss it anymore. You're just going to go, whew, that was a workout. All right. And so the weight is optional on your belly. You don't have to have it there. And actually, I would bring it off of the belly proper and down closer to where the hip crease is. And if that hurts anything or you feel any numb, tingly, like you're cutting off a blood supply, either let it rest on the belly or take it off completely. Plant your feet. Drop the upper arms to the floor. Hold the weight gently just to keep it in place and press up. There we go. Bridge pose. And down 10 of these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold the last one. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower all the way down, everyone. Set the weights aside. We are done with the weights. Arms overhead, soft elbows, legs straight. Everything's soft, just stretch. Close the eyes for a moment here. Just notice, find your breath. And then straighten the legs, leave your left leg long, bring your right knee to your chest. Use your hands behind that knee and stretch it up. And then soft bend and straighten. Bend, maybe point the toes. Bend, straighten. Good, last one, bend and straighten. The shoulders are down. Press the arms or press the leg into the hands as if you could pull that leg up away from you. Deep breath. Bring the knee to chest. Straighten that leg all the way down. Bend the left knee, bring that in, hands behind, straighten it up, find your alignment. And then bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Maybe point the toes here, point, flex, point, and flex. Last one, point, and flex. And then take the leg up, push the leg away from you so that the arms go straight. Bring the knee to your chest. Straighten the leg all the way down. Bend both knees. Lift your hips and shift them to the left side of your mat. Listen up. You're going to take your knees to your chest and you're going to roll over to your right side. Now, if you happen to have block, pillow, I got nothing, blanket, something, you can take that underneath your head. It would be more comfortable. You could also use your bottom arm, but if you've got a blanket or something that you can use, or even your block, that could be nice. Your knees are bent right off the hips. You're laying on your side. I want you to take your top arm, which is my left arm, up to the ceiling and then reach it down toward the other arm. As you circle the arm, we're going to go up. I want you to open your head, your neck, your chest like you're doing a twist, but keep the arm circling. Keep it close to the floor. Let it slide over your hips and then circle again. I love this pose, especially when we do these a little bit more kind of strength classes, especially with the upper body. It is called clock pose or clock face pose. So we imagine this arm that's moving as one of the hands on our clock, and we are just circling. So the next time you circle, find that tight spot. It could be anywhere on that complex. For me, it is often right where that chest stretches, and allow that to stretch. Try to relax, jaw soft, belly soft. Deep breath. And then allow the arm to keep going until you're in T position. Now you're in a twist. Be gentle with yourselves, everyone. Deep breath. Pause here. And then that same left arm, take it back up to the ceiling, take it back over the other arm, and then reach your fingers past the bottom arm so that you stretch through your shoulder. You might be nose down on the floor, stretching that shoulder. And then just slide it back, release it completely, take the knees back to center. Once you're at the center, lift your hips, shift them over to the right edge. Knees draw in, and then the knees drop to the floor. You're laying on your left side, ideally. The left arm is stretched out. The right arm goes up to the ceiling, and let it just float down to the floor in front of you. And then starting with that rise up, let it circle, big circle. Keep it close to the floor. Remember that your chest closes as the arms come together and your chest opens as the arms move apart. Use your breath, everybody. Good. 2 more nice, slow rounds as we release tension that may have built up. And the next time you go around, find the tight spot. And breathe. And just hold here for a second. Arms probably outstretched at some level. Let the stretch happen very organically. And then lower the arm or place it so that you are in T position with your arms and you're in a true twist. Back of the neck is long, the chin is level. So that right arm or that outstretched arm, take it back up to the ceiling. Allow it to come all the way over to the other arm and then move the fingers forward so that you stretch the back of the shoulders. And then slide it back, bring that arm in toward the body, take yourself back to the center of your mat. Bring both knees to your chest. We're getting ready for Shavasana. We should have a normal length Shavasana, but if you already know you want to hang there, maybe you mute your computer so that you can stay as long as your body and your mind and your heart require today. Go ahead and straighten one leg down to the mat. Other leg straightens down to the mat. Maybe you got something under your head. The hands either rest at your sides or on the softness of your belly. And we let go. We let go of any angst. We let go of the fight for now. We surrender into what is and where we are. Soften down. Let go. Start to wiggle your toes. Bend your knees. Pause here. And very slowly draw your knees to your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a big hug as you rock side to side. And as you're ready, let the knees roll to one side. And then press up. Coming to a seated pose. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale all the way down. Let the palms separate, interlace, press it out. Take it up to the ceiling. Take the hands together and let them land at the heart, bowing to your own inner wisdom, that source of love. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to class. Have a great day, everyone.